Manspreading, the act of men spreading their legs. This man's spreading is rude, as well as this woman's spreading. But what about more common spreading, like this? Is this wrong? It seems to be a lack of knowledge about the male anatomy on the interweb. Men are fully capable of sitting with our legs parallel, unless you have some sort of testicular problem or having difficulties getting their female partner pregnant. In that case, men do need to have enough cooling because sperm will die at high temperatures. This is the reason why the testicles are on the outside. Let's start with the basics. It should be fairly easy to see that the woman, man, and child all have different heights. The seats in public areas are designed with this in mind. Seats designed for children are lower than for adults. Seats for women should be lower than for men. Seats in public areas are designed to fit the average. Like here in Norway, the average man is about 14 centimeters, or about 5.5 inches, taller than the average woman. If you pay very close attention, you'll see that the most of the height difference is in the low part of the body. The pelvis is significantly higher on the man than on the woman. Same thing with their knees. When sitting on a chair or seat that is too low for your body, your knees will naturally move apart. You should really try this at home. It actually takes a bit of effort to keep the knees together, and then especially for men because of their junk. The normal public seats are too low for the average man, so he will, without thinking, spreading his knees and legs because it takes less effort. This might come as a surprise to some, but men do not give birth to children. Therefore, men do not need a wider pelvis. Call it evolution, call it God's intention, or your own fucking personal choice. But men have a narrower pelvis and hips than women. That's just facts. And as illustrated on this picture, it is a whole lot easier for a woman to put her knees together than a man. The woman's legs are actually literally naturally angled inwards. It's not patriarchy or men's need to take up more space. It's basic anatomy. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but men and women are actually different. So let's move on to the more intimate stuff. Unless a man has some sort of disease or infections, or are trying to get their partner pregnant, their genitals are not a reason to keep their legs apart. However, after puberty, men's scrotum will, just like women's breasts, suffer from the forces of gravity. They will simply hang lower with age, making it more uncomfortable to sit with their legs closed, unless you buy a specially designed underwear like from the brand Comfy Balls. A lot of men shave their scrotum, making them more prone to what we in Norway call ball rash. It is a rash caused by sharp-shaped hair growing, rubbing against the upper inner part of their thighs. Rash on both testicles and groin is caused by something totally different. And even though we have fornicated for tens and tens of thousands of years as Homo sapiens, it is very recent that we have started having sex without having to worry about unwanted pregnancies. Millions of years of evolution will not be changed within a generation. Men will therefore, without thinking about it, try to protect their genitalia from damage. And when age comes along, even though arthritis affects women more often than men are often more troubled by arthritis in their hips than women. This means that they do need to spread. Extreme spreading have nothing to do with being male. It's just simply rude. just like putting a bag on the seat or bringing all kinds of junk on public transport during rush hour. Unless you have a medical issue, of course. In that case, it would be extremely rude if others were to take pictures or complaining and mocking them online, just like a lot of feminists are doing right now.